Sunday, we are headed to Castlebar. Now, Cavan made the journey west this afternoon, knowing that anything less than a win would surely condemn them to relegation. Our commentator at McHale Park was Marty Morrissey.
Mayo are in recovery mode after the performance against Dublin 2 weeks ago, so there are 4 changes to the starting 15. Brendan Harrison at corner back, Danny Kirby in the middle of the field, and the left flank of the attack, the 2 Connors, O'Shea and Loftus, all get on the team. Cavan travel to Castlebar seeking their very first victory in the league, and the good news for them is the return of team captain Killian Clark to the centre-back jersey and Shawnee Johnston to top of the left. There are 3 late changes to the team, Fergal Riley and Jared Smith in defence, and up front Niall Murray comes into the full forward line. There's nobody in around the house, to be honest, so he has to go back out first. Tom Parsons gets by the first and the second challenge. Can he finish? In style, Tom Parsons. Great determination. Hit a sweet ball between the posts. And the ball given away. Andy Moran, he lobs it in and he puts it over the bar. Raymond Galligan was trying to find a defender. Instead, he gave it straight to Andy Moran.
Go, Biscuits, go!
Conor Moyna sending it across towards Shawnee Johnston. Outside him is Darragh McVitie. There's nobody really in the middle at the moment. McVitie is now being double marked. Floating one in. Is it going inside the posts? It sure is. That's a great point by Darragh McVitie. Fergal Boland back into the middle for Conor O'Shea. O'Shea is going to possibly look for Andy Moran. Instead, he goes for the point from way out the field. That is a thing of beauty. Beautiful score, Conor O'Shea from Brayfleet, just down the road here. Killian Clark coming through the middle. Quick hands for Darragh McVitie. He'll have a goal from way out the field, and that was never in any doubt. Second point of the match for the centre half forward. So far, it's an enjoyable game. Ball is floated in. Oh, that's a great ball for McVitie. Has he got somebody outside? There's a chance for Gerard McKiernan, right place. It is a goal for Cavan. Ball came in here. Darragh McVitie laying it off quickly. Gerard McKiernan did so well to get a foot to the ball here. It looked like he was well surrounded, and he tucked it away beautifully. The Breffni men are growing in confidence. Into the centre first, Conor Madden. Each player willing to work. On his shoulder was Killian Clark. Running on first, Gerard McKiernan. Clark has gone forward. McKiernan, right-footed this time, will hit a shot, and that is a brilliant point. Left foot, right foot, you name it, McKiernan can do it. It's his 4th point of the game. Darragh McVitie as Cavan go forward into counter-attack mode. Martin O'Reilly steps one. Away he goes. To his left is Jared Smith. Still O'Reilly. What's he going to do? He's going to lob it in. He's going to take his point. Great play by Cavan. The options were there, left and right. O'Reilly decided, probably wisely, to take his point. Keith Higgins giving it into the middle. Kerry Dublin was a bit of a thriller last night, particularly in the second half. This one is turning out equally as good. That is a superb point by Lee Keegan. Sides level again. Lee Keegan looked at the target and decided, I can do this, and planted the ball between the posts. Cian Mackey, there's nobody immediately available, but again, they're better off to concentrate on retaining possession. Good play by Madden, trying to break the challenge, lays it off. Travis Thomas Carr from out the field. Is it going to curl over the bar? Yes, it is. Thomas Carr gets his 2nd point. Killian Clark had thought about going back into a defensive role until he got the call from Cian Mackey. Stephen Murray again. At speed, Conor Moyna. Much better Cavan. Flicking it over for Darragh McVitie. 2 points in the first half. going for his third, and that is straight between the posts and over the bar. McVitie is not just a workhorse, he's a quality footballer. Goalkeeper goes for distance. There's only one man up and he gets it. Brilliant. Great play by Cavan. What about this if it goes over the bar? Ah, sensational. Wonderful play, Cavan. And the referee has blown his whistle, and Cavan have beaten Mayo in their own backyard for the first time ever. Full-time score, Cavan 114, Mayo 15 points.
Last week against Tyrone we played for 35 minutes and we talked all week about how we need to change that mindset. I thought today the goal just before half-time was a real breather for us. We got in at half-time, we took the lessons that we learned from last week and we took it out of the field in the second half. And listen, for once we got the bounce of the ball and, you know, a fabulous result, and I'm so proud of the lads here.
Ultimately giving away the goal just before half-time allowed Cavan the momentum going into that second half, and obviously playing with a strong breeze, you know, we may have put on the run.
Well, yes, a tonic for the troops as far as Cavan are concerned, and that win, of course, gives them a fighting chance in the division. The thing about this is a game, I suppose, Tomas, of two aspects, if you like. One is great win for Cavan, and the other, of course, is Mayo beaten again in Castlebar in this campaign.
Yeah, Mayo will be very disappointed, I suppose, particularly coming off the back of the very poor performance they had against Dublin. You would have been expecting a reaction from them, and at home in McHale Park, you know, they would have been looking for a much better performance. But Cavan deserve huge credit. They come in, they'll take massive confidence from the performance today. They got tactically, they were spot on, and you know, as Manny McGleenan said, it was a full 70-minute performance. You know, they were full value for their win. It wasn't a smash and grab. They were very impressive throughout.
Because the nature of this league campaign is a win or a loss in a big game like that can mean either one or the other thing. It can swing the thing one way or the other for you.
Absolutely, it changes the dynamic straight away, you know, because if Mayo had got 2 points today, then they're looking at, you know, potentially getting into a league final. Now all of a sudden they're going to be looking below them, thinking if Cavan get another victory, you know, they might get dragged into relegation trouble, you know. So definitely, you know, the impact it had was obvious.
I wonder, Colm, just where Mayo are at in terms of this league campaign, because games that you would expect them to win, like today's game in Castlebar, they haven't done so.
No, and they got a bad beating by Monaghan as well in their first home game.
Yep.
OK, they may have Aidan O'Shea and Seamus O'Shea and a couple of others to come back, but Mayo problems are similar to what we have been seeing for years and years. They've no real penetration up front. They are persisting with over and back across the field, and there was a big time in the second half where they, and this is only one example of it. Now, Cavan were very well organised because they gave away a lot of scores to Tyrone in their last match, and obviously they were going to set up very defensively. And Mayo were playing into the wind in the second half, but they continually played the ball back and forward, over and back, and they had no Ryan McHugh type forward to come and take the ball at pace and go through. And they got scores all right from Lee Keegan, long-range scores, and a couple from Danny Kirby, but there was never any chance of them creating a goal with a player coming at pace to take the ball. So this is what the Mayo players did for most of the second half, over and back across the pitch, slow build-up, and they got nowhere. And Cavan got the ball and broke out very quick. And Cavan looked the better team and the better individual footballers.
Mossy, you've contrasted what Colm was saying there about Mayo with the approach by Cavan, because